We'll fight to break free. I know that we can succeed. All it takes is you and me to persevere today. I know. So let's gather all our things and set out on adventures. I'm sure we'll make it through our journey. Begin, my friend. It's time to get moving. Come on, get moving, the stars away. There's no time left to lose. We're gonna take it, the time is right. Our destiny beyond the stars. I believe in a rising dawn, in a day bright as the sun. Never bend until the end, till our paradise begun. Till tomorrow is here, we are the hope drawing near. Oh, congregate, arise to bring us to a brighter day. We'll hoist our flag soaring high, beacon of light in the sky. With Captain Yumiko, we fight to dash the tears away. We hail, oh, congregate. Forever forward, we push on through, find a way to bring us peace. To save this world, we know and love. Till the deed is done, it's me and you. We believe we can win, it's true. No matter what lies ahead, we push on, ever unyielding. Every day we journey on. Now tomorrow is here, the hope is finally near. Oh, congregate, arrived and won the day for everyone. We'll hoist our flag soaring high, a beacon among the stars. With Captain Yumiko, she brought our hope back home today. We hail, oh, congregate. Till tomorrow is here, we are the hope drawing near. Oh, congregate, arise to bring us to a brighter day. We'll hoist our flag soaring high, beacon of light in the sky. With Captain Yumiko, we fight to dash the tears away. We hail, oh, congregate.
Anyways, hello there, Okami Brigade! Welcome back to the pack. I hope you guys are all doing well today, and if you're not, well, hey, make your way on down to the lounge, because let me tell you, we've got some beautiful mounds for you guys to all eat. And I know how much you're gonna enjoy eating those mounds like I do, because it's just so tasty. Anyways, if you want to make sure you're feeling right as rain and back to 100% before your next mission, make your way down to the cafeteria, where we've got everything you need, fetishes or otherwise. Anyways, hello there, everybody. How we all doing today, guys? Also, hi there, Platinum Shark. How you doing? Welcome back to the pack, and hello there to everyone else on every other platform that is currently watching at the moment. Don't forget to adopt a Nuggy before she eats them all. Yes. Also, hi there, Alex. How you doing, bro? And also, by the way, Spade, it's been a hot minute. How you doing, bro? Anyways, hopefully today there is no scuff. By the way, do I sound different to you guys a little bit today? Do I sound different to you guys a little bit today? Please tell me I sound a little bit different to you. Hiya, Master. How you doing, bro? Just a little? Really? Guess that's what a floor would say when they're being, topped all the time by all those smelly, smelly grippers. And you like that, don't you, you dirty little floof of a floor? You will fucking eat me? Really? That's gonna take you, like, much longer. And anyways, no. So basically, right? First off, we chucked the freaking Go XLR. I pulled out the freaking Rodecaster Pro 2 I was talking about the other day. Pulled that out of storage. We got ourselves set up. Also, Yarby, I'm doing good. How are you doing, though, bro? But yeah, basically, right, I have myself set up now with a different setup. But also, it also lets me get nice and intimate and close with the microphone this time. So now I don't have any kind of weird volume warble whenever I go and do a little bit of ASMR. Because you like that so much, don't you? You like it when I get really intimate, don't you? Anyways, though, with that being said, fingers crossed, okay? Fingers crossed. There are no issues. There are a couple things I might have to sort out with audio. Like, I don't know how well you guys can hear the rain in the background at the current moment. I'm going to probably go out on a limb and say you guys probably can't hear the rain that well in the background. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, right? That's kind of what I thought is like, the rain might be, you can't hear it. Yeah. Hang on. How about now? Does that sound better? Can you hear the rain a little bit better now? Hopefully. Because I'm basically having to mess with the sliders a little bit and also make sure I'm not like, killing my my fucking eardrums in the process, right? Also, hi, Hita. Wait, what? Hey, yo. Hang on. Yo, Hita! Welcome to the Coffee Brigade. The name's YoruVexa, leader of the pack out, breaker of limits. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here in the hideout, so please sit back and relax. It's my job to pleasure you as you pleasured me with your presence. How's it going, though? Also, I think I need to mess around with some settings real quick. Where is it? Because I don't fucking care about that anymore. Where is it? I had a audio source. Where is the audio source for Chishiki? Because I know some of the sounds I did not have a chance to fix up. So you're going to have to bear with me as I figure out what does and does not need fixing. Because things might be a little bit on the quiet end because I am messing with a whole new audio setup. So please do bear with me as I try to figure out what exactly needs messed with and what doesn't. God, okay, there it is. There's the TTS thing. And there we go. Chishiki has now been turned up. But anyways, what were you doing, Hita? What were you up to in Baldur's Gate 3? And how am I? I'm doing good. Just been a little bit overwhelmed, and I'm actually going to be talking about that a little bit. Also, hi there, Prom. How you doing, bro? Hi there, Mark. How you doing as well? Anyways, though, we actually have plans to play Dead Space today. Are we going to get to Dead Space today? I don't fucking know. I do not know if we are going to get to Dead Space today or not. But because here's the thing, I do have a bit of a rant. We do have videos to watch, but I have a rant and a half for you guys, okay? Anyways, we better get to Dead Space with this on. Oh, God. Yeah, it's been a really weird week. If you guys didn't see what happened on Friday, right? On Friday, we were doing fine, and then I had the breaker flip because of what was going on. I did put a power cable up on Throne. Someone already got that already, and to the person who did that, thank you so much. Because I basically need to route the AC unit that's in my room off of the circuit that I am on because it's the thing that I'm pretty sure pushed things over the limit. So, I basically got to make sure that the AC unit doesn't break things, right? We're just causing chaos in the creation. You know what? Cool. Absolutely cool. So, yeah. Gotta make sure that that doesn't, cause issues. So, I am currently sitting in a room that's a little bit warmer than I prefer it, and it sucks. It sucks. There's probably going to be lots of underboob sweat. But then again, you guys want your tomboy essence to drink all up, don't you? Yes, you do. You want all of that sweet, sweet tomboy nectar, don't you? Anyways, though. God damn it. God damn it. Anyways, though, before we do anything, I do have a little bit of a rant. You guys probably saw hot weather is always unfortunate. It kind of is. It kind of isn't. Oh, that cold air feels nice on my neck. Ah. Anyways, though. Anyways. I have a thing, right? I have a thing, a rant, okay? And this rant that you guys are about to hear me go on, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's a doozy. It's an absolute doozy. In fact, to give you an idea of how much of a doozy it is, right? Relax. No! Do I look like the type of person to relax? Do I honestly, okay? Do I legit seem like the kind of person to relax? Also, I hope that, thank you for the lurk heat in the rain, and I hope you have a good bedtime. And stay safe out there, bro. Do you get paid by the hour? No. Is it about VTubers? It's about Twitch and VTubers, okay? Let's be real here. So, I'm gonna start off with something very, shall we say, on point, okay? I don't think you guys realize how much I censor myself on a daily basis, right? You guys probably can guess, right, that I censor myself pretty heavily on Twitch ever since the moaning cheesy bread incident. And so there's a specific clip that I saw last night when I was with the community, right? Because I was just sitting there, we were watching some videos, talking and everything in the Discord server. And there was a certain thing I saw on YouTube. I'm going to pull up the clip. Okay? It upsets me. It upsets me because this is the kind of shit I would do if I didn't have to worry about Twitch banning me. Especially for a fucking week. So let me just show you this clip.
Wait, that was tier 3! What? 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 Is this a joke? Man, do you want in my darkness? Sorry, there's something in my throat. It's gonna be you later. Sorry. Why am I tired? I feel like it just came. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude, my stomach. Holy shit. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god. What's my shoe size? 7? Why do you ask?
Okay, right? You guys heard that, right? You guys fucking heard that, right? Now, here's the thing, okay? Here's my thing with fucking Twitch, okay? I literally just heard a VTuber right there. They got a donation. You literally heard moaning. Like, and this wasn't just like, what, shit posting moaning. This wasn't like freaking, moaning at cheesy bread. This is someone donated. They fucking talked about deep throating someone and then feeling like they were freaking, coming. And then she was doing soft core shit. Doesn't get banned by Twitch. But me? I fucking moan to fucking cheesy bread? Weak ban. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious, bro? Are you fucking serious? Like, I have this fucking goddamn mesh on to make sure I don't get banned on Twitch. I gotta keep myself from doing those kind of things, even if it's just shit posting, right? I know, right? It's gonna be you later, yeah. Like, I get that they're worried about making money, so they let things slide for content, among other things. Also, hi, Razor. How you doing, bro? It's been a hot minute. Also, hi, Nero. Thank you so much for that hydrate. So, you see, that's, brah, you should not have been banned. I know. If anything, it probably should have been, what, a 24-hour ban at most, right? And that's the thing, right? This is where things get to me, okay? This is where things get to me. This is where the rant starts. You cook BBQ for Father's Day? Oh, is it Father's Day this weekend? Hey, well, happy Father's Day. Also, hi, Nero. How you doing, bro? But yeah, legit, though, the reason why I don't watch some of them with way too much favoritism, I know, right? Saw a streamer yesterday with G-sized tits wearing a top that showed it off good. Yeah, exactly, right? Or hell, just go to fucking VR chat. Go to the VR chat category and you see that shit, right? You just see it. Also, yeah, seasoned corn is best way to go, or elote. Elote is so good. Jesus fucking Christ. Also, I hope your nap was good, though, Gozu. But yes, and also, Uni Kid, yes, thank you for streaming. Of course. Of course, Uni. Thank you so much for being over there, bro. I appreciate the support. But yeah, it's like there's such a big double standard with Twitch, right? And this is kind of where I started getting really upset. I started having an identity crisis, guys. I started having a fucking goddamn identity crisis. Can you believe that? That I am like sitting here like, what the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? like legit. You guys want to know why I literally was passed out yesterday? Because here's the thing. The reason I didn't stream yesterday is I was passed out from dealing with weeks and in months, right? Weeks and months of stresses and pressures being built up over time, right? Also, hello there, I am Steve. How you doing, bro? It's a pleasure to have you here. Like, because, like, I sat there, right? And there are things on certain websites I can't show. Like, for example, Twitter, right? Take Twitter, for example. How many of you guys see my posts regularly on Twitter, right? How many of you guys, raise of hands, guys, if you see my stuff regularly on Twitter? I know I do. I'm the one that posts them. Hi there, Ryder. How you doing, bro? All the time? Yes. Okay. So, I see your... Jesus Christ, Lena. Okay. So, I need you guys to realize something, right? Also, hi there, Belle the Bleak. How you doing, bro? Whatever, I actually open it. Yes. So, I need you guys to think about something here, okay? You sound like you need a warm hug. Oh, I appreciate that. I really do, bro. So, I need to... We are opening up the Notepad of Doom. You know where we're going. If I'm opening up the Notepad of Doom, you know exactly what's about to fucking happen. You guys know exactly where I'm about to fucking go with this shit. So, if you don't know where, like, the Yoru burnout. Actually, no, it's not burnout. The Yoru exhaustion. Okay? Like, or you know what? How about I just call it the streamer exhaustion? There we go. There we go, okay? Your TED Talking segment. Oh, God. Like, honestly, here's the thing. I know this has been a weird week. I know I was meant to play a lot of different things, and I still do. Anyways, right? Anyways, okay? So, you know how with what's wrong, it ain't got no gas, oh God. Anyways, so you know how on Twitter, right? For those of you who see my posts, you notice how they have anywhere from like 250 to upwards of 2K likes on them, right? You notice that, yeah? Okay? You notice that, right? Please tell me you guys have noticed that, okay? So, here's the thing. Normally, right? And I need to fucking get a fucking arrow here. Hang on, let me get a freaking goddamn arrow. Just to make my point very crystal fucking clear on this, okay? Because you guys need to realize the absolute stupidity of this, right? You need to understand this. This right here Okay? That is Twitch partner level of engagement, okay? I know that seems weird for me to bring up, okay? I know that sounds weird, right? But you know what that means when you're getting that much engagement, right? When you're getting that much engagement, you know, even if that's on the lower end of Twitch partner engagement. Normally, right? Normally, other creators interact and engage. Right? Right? So, here's the thing with this also, by the way, Ryder, holy shit. So, here's the thing. Normally, other creators interact and engage. Okay? But they don't for Yoru. Which literally leads to a Nani, what? WTF? LMAO plus ratio? Not even joking, right? That's basically what it feels like, okay? And here's the thing. Here's the weird thing, right? Is you know that they can see it, right? When you get to a certain level of engagement, when people are reposting things, commenting, liking, right? You know creators are seeing that, and then they have to actively choose not to interact. Even... Okay, but Uni, here's the thing. A lot of the people I know that I'm actually connected to and I'm friends with are also people who do things way worse than I do. I am tame in comparison with some of the things I see them do, right? And so the reason I bring this up, okay? The reason I bring this up is that I'm tame, yes. Like ASMR, stuff like that, yeah. Nero, you don't see me posting NSFW stuff on Twitter. Hi, Neon. How you doing, bro? Like, you have seen people, right? You have seen people post so much worse on freaking Twitter, right? You know... If you've ever seen an e-girl posting on there, if you've ever seen actual lewd tubers on frickin' Twitter, you will know that what I post cannot be or what I can post can be shown on Twitch, and even if it with as risque as it is, right? But on Twitter, though, there's a lot of people I know I cannot show off, right? Hi, Turbo Church, how you doing, bro? And glad to hear you splurge for yourself, Neon. It's good to hear. You've seen it, but if you're tame in comparison to your peer, oops, yeah, exactly, right? Right? And that's kind of my thing. It's like, I sit there, and I'm creating a massive... Well, Ryder, Twitter is what X is. Also, you got 3 games? I'm glad to hear. What games did you get? But yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if you sit there, right, you would expect that creators would start supporting someone that's an up-and-coming thing, right? Because for VTubers... seeing constant big engagement equals worth paying attention to, meaning you should see them wanting to network. Right, Code Vein, Alan Wake Remaster, and Pop Playdown? Hell yeah, nice, good choices, bro. Yeah, basically, right, seeing big engagement would mean worth paying attention to. Because if you're doing a lot of, like, high engagement and high interactive posts, they see that as a, ooh, either I can hijack your content and repurpose it as my own, I could hijack it, I could come and comment on it and maybe share some of your clout, or maybe I could just interact with you in general, right? That's kind of how VTubers look at that stuff, okay? And so it's weird when you sit there and you see all of that stuff, and then you're like, oh, I am a content creator that is truly alone. When other creators don't interact, you feel alone. I'm sure a lot of people in chat, if you've done content creation before, you know exactly what that feeling is, right? You guys probably know exactly what I'm talking about, yeah? And so that's kind of cries, yeah. That's kind of the thing, you know, is, you know, you would think people would want to care. You would think people want to interact and engage, yeah? And this is actually something that hits very close to home for me. Because when I started out, right? I was told, right? When you hit 10K followers on Twitter/X, more people will want to engage and collab with you, right? That was something I was told because the why is you're seen as proven and big, right? That was legit something I was told, okay? That was something I was told by multiple people. The reality is it's not true. It's just straight up not true. You could have 30,000 people and people don't interact with you, right? You have a lot of requests for interaction style posts, but the questions only really leave one answer. Sometimes when they feel like there's only one answer, they don't reply. Well, no, but that's the thing, Uni. Sometimes it's not about that, and you gotta get creative for the one answer, for your answers, right? Because I have seen others give other answers other than just woof, woof, bark, bark, right? That's not the thing, because even if I were to go and like, you know, let's put it like this real quick. Let me put it to the test real quick. Let me go and challenge that theory real quick, okay? Let me challenge your theory of what you're bringing up. Because I posted this right here. And I'll read this thread off real quick for you guys. Tired of VTuber saying, I support you, I'm your friend, I want to see you succeed. And then turning cold, distant, and boosting everyone but you, even though you've done nothing wrong. That's not support, that's performance. Spectacle. It's manipulative. This fake friend for optics behavior is a big reason why people burn out. You start thinking it's you, but it's just a lot of creators chasing brand safety and not real connection. The real ones, rare, quiet, usually off camera. I appreciate the ones that have been there for me. But I'm so tired of watching this happen. Not just to me, but to creators who give everything, trust people, and show up with heart. Only to get brushed aside once they're no longer convenient. It's just fake. It's exhausting. If you felt this too, you're not alone. You're not too much. They were never real. I get that everyone is looking out for themselves. If everyone is always and only looking out for themselves, then what happens to the people who get left behind? Stop saying you support me and others if that support disappears the second I don't match your brand vibe, follow count, or aesthetic. That's not kindness, that's calculation. I'd rather find the ones who actually care than be tolerated for optics. So, here's the thing with this post, right? This is a post that not only encourages and sparks conversation, right? I'll answer that in a second, Zeus. But yeah, the thing is, this post is one of those things, right? That is the kind of thing that you know for a damn fact, right? You have seen other content creators, other VTubers make similar posts like this. Raise of hand if you've seen other VTubers make similar posts to this, guys. Like, whether it's an emote or whatever, just raise your hand real quick to tell me if you've actually seen VTubers actually talk about this or do something similar to this. Whether it's about dropping friends because they got too big or feeling like they're alone because other creators aren't supporting, whatever. You've seen people talk about this stuff more one way or another, right? Yeah. And so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing with this post. This post right here is the kind of thing that if it was another VTuber, if it was another content creator that was a part of a clique, you absolutely would have been seeing VTubers go, Oh, I would never, like, that's not true. I'm so sorry people are doing that to you. That's so dickish of them, but they really aren't. They don't, like, they literally would be sitting there practicing toxic positivity. They'd be sitting there promoting, like, trying to say that they're not part of the problem, even if they are, right? And here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. I made this post because this is actual experiences that I have dealt with. And what's interesting, it has 123 likes, 16 retweets, reposts, whatever, 12 comments, right? Now, most of the comments on there, actually, I think all of the comments are from you guys in the community. Not a single goddamn creator interacted with it. And I find this interesting, okay? I find this so interesting because of the fact that if it was any other creator that was a part of a clique, for a damn fact other creators would be interacting with it. I know creators saw this. I know other creators saw this. Because there's no way for them to not, because it shows up on their For You with the following. It shows up because of other people liking the post. So realistically speaking, right, there should have been creators interacting with it. But they didn't. Right? It's the same. It's like that whole thing, right? It almost sounds like a shadow ban for the most part. No, it's not a shadow ban. That's the thing. And Blue Sky, I've tried Blue Sky. It's the same problem, but worse, right? I tried Blue Sky for a time. It was okay, but it caused me a lot of issues to where I could get no traction on there. Because you either are part of the super clicky VTubers that moved over there and decided to make the place really toxic, or you just kind of got left in the dust. It literally was a place mostly for artists, and a lot of people I tried to interact with on there would not interact with, right? Gofifi comes to mind. She either makes the post that she can't trust people and how the creator locker room is selfish and then backstabbing it, or she posts, I hate seeing boobs, don't show them to me. Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing, right? Also, I'm doing okay, man. No, you haven't missed too much. I'm just starting off on my fucking rant. And I do wonder, right? I do wonder if people genuinely, like, are afraid of interacting with me, or if they're not interacting because their clique demands that they can't interact with me because it would break their clique dynamic, right? Which, it fucking sucks, right? It fucking sucks. And when you sit there as a creator and part of content creation is networking and connecting with other creators, it does get a little bit, stressful when you can build a community, but you can't connect with other creators because other creators literally do not interact with you, right? And also, by the way, Zeus, to answer your question, what are my thoughts on bigger Twitch streamers not acknowledging the kick chat? I find that weird. I know that usually they tend to focus on whatever chat's the most active. Honestly, I try to focus on each chat that when I see messages, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok, whatever. I do my best to try and interact because I think that, you just should. If you see people talking, you might as well interact with them and answer stuff, right? It kind of feels stupid to have a chat and then not interact with it and not even acknowledge it. So I feel for you, Zeus, over there. I feel for you because people really should be interacting with any chat, because what's the point of streaming on a site if you're not going to interact with your own chat, But yeah, effectively, also, I'm sorry to hear that it's hot human manic. But yes, this literally feels like back in middle school where you have a group of cool kids, but they just ignore everyone. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing, right? And that kind of efforts greatly appreciate. I see that too, and it always feels weird not seeing them. Right? Exactly. Because if you're going to multi-stream to different platforms, you gotta multi-stream to multiple platforms. You've gotta talk with people. You gotta engage with people. Also, it's okay, Neo. I hope work went well for you, bro. And also, hi, Susano, my Berry Lord. How you doing, bro? That's the thing, right? That's the thing. Is that for me, personally, I would rather sit there, okay? Pajama shorts about fair enough. I would rather sit there, okay? And I would rather try to interact with people when I can, whatever platform it is, then not interact with an entire platform. However, well, sometimes IRL people just don't want to talk because they're exhausted. That is true. That is true. But, like, if you do have multiple chats and you actively ignore the other chat, that's where I think the question was being, you know, directed, is if one chat just gets completely ignored, you know? But that's the thing, right? Is I look at this and I see how people get these interactions and stuff. And this can lead to a lot of creators feeling exhausted, right? I know, so if you're streaming, you don't have anyone on your stream, you can always practice. Exactly, there's that, or, you know, either or whatever, right? The thing I think that makes this so exhausting, right? I think that the thing that's really exhausting about this is when you sit there and creators don't engage. When creators sit there and they want to say they support you, and then they don't, right? I talked about this the other day a little bit, about the proper etiquette with, like, you know, networking, talking with people, having public friendships and stuff like that with other creators. And this is no different, right? And this is no different to me. There's a catch-22 with creators being able to openly complain or criticize a community or situation. If you do that, there will always be people who look at you as whinier on a soapbox, but if you don't speak out, nothing's ever changed. Exactly. And that's the thing, right? I literally am trying to speak out about and actually research stuff with fucking Kick, for example, because I want to actually see what the actual story is with it. I want to know, right? I want to know what's actually going on with Kick. I wanted to have the actual story with Kick, and not just whatever some people want to fucking, you know, go boo-hoo, I just think Kick's a shitty platform, when that's not even the case. When they haven't even tried it for themselves, you know? And that gets to me, right? And so, like, that's the thing. And I literally... You hate social media is not the majority if you like it. Exactly, right? Like, there is that whole thing, Manic, but it's honestly not a bad website, and a lot of what people complain about is just straight up false, because it's actually a lot better than you would expect. That and the no ads. That's also another thing. Also, I'm doing good, Firekeeper. How you doing, bro? But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I literally passed out yesterday because of one thing. This line right here, fighting a system that's rigged against you, right? Well, no, there's more than that, Alex. It's not just the CEO thing. There's a lot, like, here's the thing. Do people like the CEO of frickin' Twitch? I don't think they do. Like, sure, he sounds like he talks a good game, but then look at how Twitch gets ran. Twitch is owned by frickin' Amazon, and no one likes frickin' Jeff Bezos, right? So, like, okay, you don't like the CEO? Okay, do you like the CEO of Walmart? Do you like the CEO of Target? Do you like the fucking CEO of Disney World? The one in charge of all the live-action remakes, you know? Like... But yeah, no, fighting a system that's rigged against you is extremely exhausting, right? It's extremely exhausting. And I literally have been overworking myself for the past, God, months. I've been overworking myself so hard just to maintain a certain level of quality and status with things, right? Because Twitter punishes you if you're not consistent. Twitch punishes you if you're not consistent, right? YouTube, TikTok, they all punish you if you're not consistent, right? And it gets tiring when you have to sit there and you have to deal with this grind, and you have to deal with all of these different things that just feel like it's like you're dealing with the entire world up against you, right? Well, yeah, if you don't make a buddy, they'll get pissed off, yeah. And that's kind of the problem. That's kind of where I'm at, right? Is I've not only been fighting against a system that's rigged, you know, just a bit of skin whitening and everything will get better. Oh my god, no. But like, for example, right, I talked about this right here, the audience thing, the everyone. I still don't meet the minimum requirements for this, because Twitch requires 90 unique streams since you got banned. I still have not hit 90 unique fucking streams on 90 unique days. Do you know how insane that fucking is? To sit there and realize you still have a freaking, you know, parts of a freaking stupid ass ban that hit you because of that, and you are still dealing with that almost like 9 months later, like 3/4 of a year later, and I'm still dealing with that shit. It's fucking stupid, right? It's fucking stupid that I'm still dealing with that. But then not only that, right? Not only that. It's the fact that you not only have to be consistent, you've got to follow rules that are applied to you with a double standard. No, Kick has an app on iPhone and Android. Kick does actually have an app, believe it or not. And in my opinion, it works a little bit better than Twitch's app. At least in my experience, it's been a little bit more consistent in operation. That's why you should always try to get the ban appealed. And that's the thing, right? I would have tried to get it appealed, but it just wasn't worth it because Twitch's automated system fucking sucks. It fucking sucks trying to work through Twitch's automated system. If you're not a Twitch partner, good luck, right? Good fucking luck, okay? But then, here's the other thing, right? I'm also sitting here thinking to myself, right? I'm sitting here thinking to myself, with all of this shit, oh shit, hang on. Am I using my skills to the best of my abilities? Am I putting my energy in the right places, right? Like, if I put my energy in the right places, am I using my skills to the best of my abilities? Like, is what I'm doing aligning with what my audience, the community, wants, right? Like, I'm asking all these questions to myself, right? Because, and then of course I'm also asking, like, what is it I can do differently? Because legit, I'm sitting there, right? I am sitting there going through things, looking at this stuff, right? You guys have, like, if you've been in the Discord, especially the other night, or if you've actually ever seen someone been around when, like, they've played the sing a song card, right? You guys know I can sing. You guys know I can fucking sing. You guys know I can do stuff with full body tracking. I just haven't done it in a while, right? You guys know I'm good at video editing. I'm good at model making. I'm good at all sorts of things, right? It's insane to think about how many things how many skills I have. And it hits hard when you sit there and you wonder what is actually the best use of your energy, right? And one of the things I've actually questioned, okay? You haven't heard me sing? I mean, if you... Oh, God. Hang on. Hang on. You know what? Here. How about this? I'll do... Let me give you guys a reference, and I'll do, like, the song that, for whatever reason, people really, really like hearing, right? Because for whatever reason, you guys want to fucking make me... You know, this is, like, the song you guys always want to hear me do. I'll do this. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear the voice in the morning hour. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. So yeah, there you go. There's that. But hang on, if you want me to go a little bit further, I could do you one better, just to show I have a little bit of range, right? I'm about to show a little bit of range here for a second. Hang on. And I can do this while I'm voice acting, too. Till death do us part, but we're already past that phase. This is a brand new start, and I think I deserve some praise for the way that I am. Despite having overdosed and ending up comatose, I don't give a damn. But let my emotions go, fuck being a sober hoe. This is my mantra, this is my life. You're playing with now till the end of the night. Surrounded by fire, the passion ignites. The heaven of that heaven or hell, a hell of a high. I'm addicted to the madness. This hotel is my Atlantis. We're forever gonna have a fucking reason to sin. Let me leave my soul burning hell and breathing it in. I'm addicted to the feeling, getting higher than the ceiling. And we're never gonna want this fucking feeling to end. It's just seeding, giving to your inner demons again. There you go. There's also that, or... When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Here's the thing, right? I can sing in different voices, your glass broke. So here's the thing, right? I can sing in different voices. I have a freaking 3-octave range, so I can actually, sing, okay? I can fucking sing. Your window did not crack, Blue. Your window did not crack. But basically, right? Also, hang on, /ban, because I want to get rid of that bot. There we go. Bot is gone. Anyways, though, like, legit, I was thinking for other videos for Halo. But yeah, basically, right? Your house shit. Oh, God. So, here's the thing. Right? I can sing. I can do multiple different songs. Like, literally, when we were setting up the audio the other day, you guys, like, were hearing me sing some Steven Universe songs, Like, I legit, right? I legit sit there and I can sing. I can do voice acting. Try that one. Oh, God. Where are you wanting me to look, Manic? Can I dance? I used to be able to dance. I would need to brush the rust off if you wanted me to dance. Like, but that's the thing, right? The music tab. Oh, God. What possible song? I'm scared. Oh, no. Yeah, no, I'm not about to try and do vocal frying right now, okay? I'm not gonna do vocal frying. Also, I'm glad you like it, Neon Fury. I'm really happy. I worked really hard on making this outfit. I'm not about to do vocal frying right now. That, and I would need to listen to the song to be better at it. I could do a lot of songs first time, but with this, no. I'm not about to break my voice. Not with Sleeping with Sirens. Sleeping with Sirens is a whole different area, right? Let her shred her voice right before a 6-hour stream. Oh, God. Anyways, though, oh, God. Fine. I will fucking, you know what? Hang on. Because for whatever reason, I need to do this just to you guys. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, and tell me you're too blind to see, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Alrighty, so there you go. There you fucking go. See, like, look, I can do Rickrolling. I can Rickroll people. It's a lot of fun. In fact, I'm gonna drink some water after that. Also, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious with that song? Really? Oh, God, I don't even know this song. Hang on. Ooh, that's a fast beat. Okay. I refuse to do that on the principle of it is auto-tuned to hell and back, and I cannot make my voice sound auto-tuned. Okay, I need you to know that whole like that whole I know what you said. No, it's auto-tuned. It's fucking auto-tuned. Do you think I can freaking do an auto-tune song? No. Because here's the thing. The auto-tuning, it means that I can't match with auto-tune, right? You don't need to do it on auto-tune. Here's the problem. Auto-tuning has such a weird synthetic sound to it, right? It will never sound right, okay? It will never sound right hearing someone sing it naturally, right? Because it's literally like, booty, 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 booty shorts. Like, that's basically what it is, right? Like, I can try it here real quick. Hang on. Okay. Hey, baby boy, I know what you want. And those are the cash you have to never do the job. Booty, 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 booty shorts. Booty, 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 booty shorts. Big man, no fast. And all you really want to know is how you work that ass. She'll be booty, 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 shorts. Booty, 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 booty shorts. Every single day, it was try to be mine. Every single way, maybe we'll get it right. Little boy, just show you behind. I'm good. I can't. I fucking can't, right? I know it's got a lot of views, right? But I can't for the life of me do a song that is both, you don't need a badge of tone. I know, Halo, I know. But here's the thing, right? The problem is it's auto-tuned, right? I cannot work with auto-tune, okay? I've tried, but unless I know, like, because what I'm doing, right, is I'm trying to figure out where the notes are with auto-tune. And auto-tune introduces a lot of artificial artifacting, right? With audio, right? And that causes issues. A karaoke version is basically needed, yeah. Because that whole, like, the whole, Let me look at this real quick. Booty shorts cover, right? Let me just hear. Okay. That sounds a lot better when it's not in freaking, trying to sing along to lyrics can be difficult. It kind of is when you're dealing with the fact that you're hearing, like, a completely different variation of it. It's definitely not, like, hang on. Because I'll give it one more shot with this here, get it a more natural tone. So we'll try this one more time, okay? Hey, boy, I know what you want. Just get all the battery up. Yeah, no, it's hard. I don't know the song. I haven't heard it enough to know much about it. So, yeah, we're going to have to avoid that one, right? Oh, God. Are we turning this into a karaoke stream? Are we fucking turning this into a fucking karaoke stream? Jesus Christ. Also, hi, Plague Doctor. How you doing, bro? Okay, look. I know the Bernice song. I haven't heard it enough to actually memorize the lyrics, so it would be awful. And then Firekeeper's like, ooh, here's a song for you. No. No. Good song, but no. Same thing with the freaking Bernice, with the Bernice thing. Also, that was but. Yes, that was a but. It's the same thing with the Bernice thing. It's like, it's cool, right? Want to move on? No, I'm not done yet. Hey, I'm not done, right? I'm not done with the conversation at hand, okay? So, here's the thing, right? Because also, Uni, you were asking me, like, do I want to do something different? Like, is it collab-wise? Let me scroll back up. Like, what would you like to change? Would you like to do collabs? No. So that's the thing, right? Is it's not about doing collabs, right? Also, hi, Rigby. How you doing, bro? So it's not about doing collabs. It's not about, about, like, any of that. What it's about is what is the best use of my energy? Where do my skills actually lie? What is it I want to actually do? If that makes sense. Because, like, for example, right? You guys in the past have made comments, right? About liking seeing my model dance. Yeah? I'm glad you like him, Blake. Like, you guys have made a lot of comments in the past. I've seen it in, whether it's in Twitch, chat, Discord, whatever. You guys have talked about how you guys have liked seeing me make my model dance, the way it moves, jiggly, etc., right? Exactly, Rogaro. So, that's the first thing, right? That's the first thing. So, because what I have to ask myself, usually, right, is community likes model dancing, right? Community likes model dancing. Community likes Yoru rants. Community likes Kalimba. Now, I know this last one sounds a little bit weird, but when I got a Kalimba like about a month or two ago, you guys had like said you liked hearing me play around with the Kalimba because it just sounds really nice. And honestly, it does. It does sound really nice. I like the Kalimba too. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. This brings up a question. Okay? Like the community likes weather news. Like, yeah. So here's the question I have then at that point. How much does the community like game streams? How would the community feel about dancing plus just chatting? AKA wiggle streams. Like, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about when I say wiggle streams, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. And that's, you see, that's the thing, right? That's where I'm like, that's kind of what I question. Is because, like, I'm not only, right, to give you an idea, the video game, well, yeah, I know, right? Did the TV guy stand for Delta Earth 3? Oh my god. But, like, that's kind of a thing I'm asking myself from time to time. Because I know one of the biggest things, right? One of the biggest things with these just chatting segments, whether I'm talking like I am right now, right? Whether I'm talking like I am right now, whether I'm playing games, right? But specifically, what's a kalimba? It's a musical instrument that you play with your thumbs. You thumb it. You basically finger it to death. Also, hello, Christian. It's been a hot minute. How you doing, bro? So it's like, you know, I sit here, and I know you guys like the just chatting stuff because you get to interact with me. You get to have me actually actively pay attention to you guys. So you get to hear me respond to your guys' comments. But not only that, we watch videos, I sing, I do all sorts of things, right? But then, what about gaming? Because with gaming, I know that, like, it's a lot harder to interact because my attention's more on the game than it is on chat, which naturally makes sense, right? So it's like, when you sit there, right? When you sit there and you start thinking, okay? When you start thinking about all of this, also, Appenardo, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate it, bro. When you start thinking about all of this right here, right? Raise of hands, guys, if this is already overwhelming for you. How many of you guys would feel overwhelmed by all of these questions and answers here on stream? Right? Because I guarantee you a good chunk of you here probably feel like this is overwhelming already at hand, right? You're vibing? Well, fair. Now, you think this is overwhelming, right? Let me show you my workflow, right? Let me show you everything I have to deal with. So first off, we're going to start off with Twitter/X, right? There is... The responsibilities of that is daily posts, which equals creative thinking, which equals model posing, right? I don't know why. I don't know why you feel sad. Just call me Alex. But yeah, so there's that, which equals daily post, which equals creative thinking, which equals model posing, right? Equals try to be original, if possible, right? Basically, try to be original. Then you got Twitch, right? Twitch/YouTube/kick, whatever, right? And effectively with this, stream 4 times a week, 5 to 8 hours a day. Or per stream, right? And I need to put in parentheses here just so I remember. Stream. Then YouTube/TikTok, right? Edit videos, which equals uploading, or so edit, or you gotta basically do upload videos 2 times a week, right? Which equals editing, which equals VOD scrubbing. Hi, Artemis, how you doing, bro? Which equals VOD scrubbing. Hang on, we're not done yet. Which equals remembering to upload live punishes if scheduled sometimes. Which equals a lot of work, right? But then also, right, can also extend to long form, right? And also, by the way, yeah, take care, Fade Wolf. I hope you stay safe out there, bro. All right. To keep you distracted, that being said, yours seems to be keeping my attention for a more cerebral way. I like it. Fair. So then there's YouTube and TikTok right there, right? But hang on. There's Blue Twitch, right? NSFW content, which equals creative NSFW thinking, which equals needs promotion because, right, needs promotion because it's like Facebook, right? So it's literally like Facebook. I'm not even joking when I say this, but Blue Twitch is literally, right? It is literally like Facebook where you have to use other websites to push it out there, right? But then on top of that, there's also Discord. Community management equals high engagement with community. So we got our Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Blue Twitch, Discord, right? So you already got all of that. Then you've got to basically research, right? Research. And this includes trends, memes, videos, other creators, technology. Hang on, but not just technology. Technology, new games, streaming platform news, etc., right? There's a lot of things there, right? So there's a lot already right there. This is straight up BizCore Sag. Where were you in high school? God, I don't know. I had to teach, I actually had to teach, fun fact, in high school, I had to teach my programming class because my teacher didn't want to teach them. Fun fact for you guys. So yeah, this is literally, right, everything that I did. Also, hi, Leroy. How you doing, bro? This is literally everything I do in a fucking week, okay? Because I have to effectively keep on top of this all on my own, on top of everything else that you were seeing there, right? So, you gotta imagine how hard that is to stay on top of that, right? You have to imagine the difficulties of staying consistently on top of all of that stuff for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. And that's a Tessa that have just wandered into the room. Hi there, Tessa. Hi. Is the puppy girl gonna bark? The puppy girl has barked. The puppy girl has barked. Anyways, so hi, hear me out. How you doing, bro? Just like me in trade school, the fuck the teacher didn't want to do. Exactly. So there's all of that, right? There is all of that that's got to be figured out, right? Dang, I want to watch a stream, but it's at 9, so you need sleep. But it's okay, Tao. It's okay. If you need to get some sleep, go get yourself some sleep, bro. You can always see the VOD. It's always there on Twitch, YouTube, Kick. What have you missed? Just talking about what caused me not to stream yesterday. All right, so there's all of this, right? And because there's all of this on top of that, okay? Here's the other thing. You never know if you forgot something, right? Like, I have quite a few Streamloots cards I have to make still that have been redeemed by either mods or other people in the community, right? I have forgotten about setting up channel point redeems over on Kick. I have forgotten to set up the Kick bot because I've just been so busy, right? This is literally, right? This is literally at a point, you know, where I have so many things that are on the backlog to do. I sometimes wonder if I should cancel a stream to try and catch up on those things. But if I do that, then Twitch might punish, right? So you're juggling against an algorithm that wants to you know, punish you for taking time off. But then you have a lot of things that you got to deal with, right? Also, by the way, Talon, thank you so much for joining the brigade. Hope you find the missions and the monster you're looking for. How's the eepiness field today? But I just have booty. So you know what? That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, what's up, people? On here is some VTubers or streamer advice. Never keep a mod that completely kills joy or kills in chats. Yeah, no, that's a good thing, right? And yes, Pissley, what is your question? What is your hypothetical question for me? But yeah, like, legit, that's the thing, is you do want to have mods that are actively there, okay? You do actually want your mods that are actually gonna, you know, be there. They're not gonna kill the joy. They're not gonna kill chat vibes, you know? You want to make sure the mods are actually doing good, having a good time. You got a good point there, hear me out. And that's the thing, overwork, burnout, no good, no. If someone has a first date to the pool, what would be a good gift? I don't fucking know, a date to a pool? I don't fucking know. If you're gonna go take a date to a fucking pool, your presence and being attentive to their questions and to them as a person and get to know them. It's not like you could just give them a flower. You can't. I don't know. I've never gone on a date to a fucking swimming pool. I don't particularly care for swimming pools. Anyways, having a six-pack, I guess. Yeah, no, have a six-pack, bro. That's right. Totally have a six-pack. Basically, make that six-pack be like, yes, look at my chiseled bod. And also, yeah, I know there's a program that lets you use kick points like Twitch. Yes, I know. But yeah, like... And also, Tal, yes, please do take care and sleep well, bro. I appreciate you showing up. But yeah, that's the thing, right? There's all of this that has to be considered every single time, right? You never know if you forgot something, right? But then, not just that, right? Audience, analysis, right? Because with an audience analysis, know your audience as it evolves. Because your audience is going to change over time, right? It's never going to be one static thing. I had a teddy bear that I wanted to give a specific person when you're 17 slipped up the other day. Well, I got a date. Well, you know what? I guess if you want to, you can give that teddy bear if it's still in good condition. You know? That could work if they like stuffed animals, you know? But yeah, basically, right, you always have to also know your audience as it evolves. You can't just sit there on the sidelines and think, oh yeah, my audience isn't going to ever change. You can't sit there and never think about that stuff, right? You have to think about that. And I'm not gonna lie, right? You got all of this here, all right? This is already overwhelming, right? This is probably overwhelming for most people to think about how much shit goes on here, right? And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, this is already a lot. And then you gotta think about, you know, you also have to think about other things, though, too. Filters. Right? You can't just say whatever you want on Twitch. Setting boundaries on Twitch can get you canceled. Right? Like, legit, you can literally, right? You can literally sit there and get canceled because you set boundaries. What are we studying, learning today? Oh my god. I'm talking about what happened and why I was burned out yesterday. Why I passed out and I didn't stream yesterday, alright? Is getting canceled a big deal nowadays? Getting canceled, hear me out, can be a big deal. Depending on who cancels you and, like, what kind of attention, it really depends. It really depends on how they hit you, right? And what it does and what for exactly, right? How about chat verification? What about chat verification? Also, Universe, thank you so much for joining the brigade. Hope you find the missions and the match you're looking for. How you doing today, bro? Because that's the thing, right? Is it's about to get wild. That's a good name for your professor. Oh god. But that's the thing is I sit here and I'm gonna be honest, right? This is gonna sound kind of funny, or maybe this is gonna sound kind of sad, right? And by the way, those over on Kick, you're gonna probably understand this. Kick broke me. Kick absolutely broke me. It fundamentally actually caused a conflict in my brain, in my emotional system, okay? I need you guys to realize how bad it created a conflict in me, right? Because you date some people on self-yo. Oh, you date someone, for example, I don't watch shows that are verified only. Yeah, no, the most I have is like you have a verified email. That's like the default, like bare minimum. But I don't normally have like verification on because that would be just kind of stupid. But yeah, I know if you're over on Kick right now, you're probably sitting there like, wait, what does she mean? What does she mean that, like, you know, Kick broke her? How did Kick break her? Well, no, how did Kick break me? It's because of the whole Twitch versus Kick when dealing with VTubers, right? Because for me, right? I thought Kick was lesser TVs. Well, no. Here's the thing, right? You're misunderstanding me here, right? You're misunderstanding me. Twitch versus Kick when dealing with VTubers, right? Here's the thing. Also, what was the new update to Kick? Hear me out. But here's what happened, right? Starting off with Kick, right? Kick, no worries of VTubers canceling you. No worries about needing to filter yourself. No worries about needing to set boundaries, right? So, these are all things, right? About that first part, what about it? You know what? Here, let me put an asterisk there, right? Let me put an asterisk there on the VTubers thing, because what I mean very specifically, right? What I mean by no worries about VTubers canceling, if you say something on Twitch, right? Well, no, let me put it like this. If you say something on Twitch, and another VTuber, right, for being on Kick and the canceling, sure, if you want to hear me out. If you want to, you can. But what I'm talking about here is something probably a little bit different, though. Because what I mean by no worries of VTubers canceling. VTubers are not going to go to Kick to check your content, right? VTubers are way too concerned with hating on Kick right now and avoiding Kick, right? That they're not going to come after you. They're not going to go from Twitter to Kick, YouTube to Kick, whatever, to watch your VOD to see if you said something, right? No one is going to do that. But if you're on Twitch and you decide to set boundaries publicly, if you decide to say something on Twitch, VTubers are more likely to look at you on Twitch and decide to attack you, decide to cancel you. All because you decided to speak up and step out of that crowd that you don't want to conform to, right? That's the first thing. That's what I mean by that, right? With Twitch. You were technically canceled twice as a person as a group. I'm sorry to hear that. I wonder why did that happen? Do you hear me out? So, like, that's the thing. And because of that, that means you don't have to filter yourself when you're talking on like, Kick, because people aren't gonna just attack you, because most of the people that you'd have to worry about are on Twitch, right? Because basically, right? So let me just put it like this. No worries of VTubers canceling. Most are on Twitch. That you have to worry about specifically, right? One I helped start out as a VTuber, they cheated you out and spin me and told me, oh, Jesus. The other hated you because of being against AIR for replacement for VTuber models. Oh, God. Oh, God, that's awful. I'm sorry to hear that. Hear me out. But yeah, basically, right? The thing is with Kick is, like, you could sit there and it's like being back on Twitch in, like, 2021 where I don't have to sit there and filter myself. I can set boundaries and no one's gonna give two shits, right? It's like either you're gonna be here and you're gonna be okay with me, or you're gonna see the door over there and you're gonna walk away, right? It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing with going to YouTube. Most VTubers are not gonna go look at your YouTube to see shit. They are so enamored with FOMO culture, right? They are so enamored with the fear of missing out. If you don't know what FOMO is, it's the fear of missing out. They are so fucking enamored with it that they would rather stay on Twitter and Twitch than actually go over and look at other platforms, right? That's how crazy it is with VTubers. So Kick is definitely really nice. Versus Twitch, right? Twitch, filter your NSFW, comments, boundaries, or really any issues with VTubers, right? You, let's see, can't really set boundaries, have to conform to VTuber culture on Twitter, concerns over VTubers canceling, right? These are also... Oh, Jesus fucking guys. These are all sorts of things you've got to worry about on Twitter on a daily... Or on frickin', you know, Twitch on a daily basis, right? So, imagine, right? Imagine, if you will, right? Imagine you're sitting there and you realize you find a platform where you can just freely talk. Where you can freely deal, like, you know, just kind of, you know, allow yourself to say things, right? And not worry about VTubers coming at you because of that, right? How does that make you feel? How would you guys feel if you were in that position where you've watched VTubers, right, who have actually just distanced from you because they decide to become a part of a clique, but are also willing to cancel you if you decide to set boundaries or talk about issues that they happen to be on the other side of, and you have to worry about potentially getting banned on Twitch if you make certain comments that, you know, are okay over on freaking, you know, Kick, right? If you see a VTuber group or member that's part of the name Obscurity, avoid at all costs, fair enough. But yeah, Vexy Reverb is a menace on the brain. It makes it feel like sleep dreaming, yo. But yeah, effectively, right? Effectively, what that means, okay, is that you see that a lot exactly. How much right here would this exact scenario right here, with these exact things set up right here, how much would this break you if you actually came across this and you felt that freedom you haven't felt in nearly 3 years? How would you guys feel about that if all of a sudden you feel freedom and you taste it for the first time? Probably feels pretty good, doesn't it? It probably feels fucking amazing, doesn't it? And it conflicts you knowing, right? It's conflicting knowing that you're still having to deal with the fact that not only is Twitch still it's like taking a shower with an umbrella without being judged. Exactly, right? Exactly. And the problem is, right? The problem is I can't exactly just, like, it would be a terrible idea to go 100%, like, willy-nilly on Kick, right? It would be 100% a bad idea. It's the same thing with, like, you know, trying to go 100% on YouTube when you already have a platform that's your main platform, right? The only time you do that whole thing where you switch from one platform to another is when you are confident enough that the other platform can sustain you, especially if you're a full-time content creator like myself. Switching to a place like Kick is not feasible until Kick overtakes Twitch. And until that happens, I'm not gonna do anything about that. So I have to, as long as I'm multi-streaming to both Twitch and Kick, I have to basically sit here and play Twitch's game, play the VTuber game a little bit, right? Which fucking sucks. You know, it fucking sucks and it's stressful, right? Kick have certain links to add. Not all links are available. I mean, that is true, Garcia. That is a good point. But you get the point, right? You get the point either way, though. Kicking Kick. Wait, what? That's what Kick was it started out with? Was nuking actual good streamers? Yeah. And that's the thing. Is this right here, it kind of broke me. Sitting there and seeing the difference, feeling that taste of freedom, right? Because I also, with Kick, right, there was another thing, okay? No worries about algorithmic punishment for X, Y, Z reason, right? Whereas with Twitch, worries over being punished for simply breathing. So you tell me you be given a script with that line, that not who you are? Wait, what do you mean by that? But yeah, like, legit right there, that's one of the biggest things, right? So, there was some asshat that insisted that Kick's VTuber character was horrible for getting noticed for some reason. I mean, could be, could not be. It definitely helps if you stream earlier in the day. But that's neither here nor there right now, right? That's neither here nor there. The point is, okay? The point is, right? Is that you look at this and you see what everything is going, right? You see the direction everything is going. Also, thank you for the hydrate, bro. You see everything right in front of you. And you realize that Twitch is a massive grind with a lot of... The game is basically, right? It's rigged against you. The cause, there's a Twitch versus Kick. Twitch, the game, is rigged against you, right? Also... And so as a result, right? So as a result, I'm just sitting here, right? Yeah, it's a Sisyphean challenge. That's why VTubers push themselves so hard to be a part of a clique. It's why VTubers push themselves so hard to be in part of a corpo, right? And so with the game being rigged against you, your only option is to grind, right? That's literally what's going on. And so for myself, I literally sat there. I crashed yesterday because I not only had the power trip with the breaker, which meant that me playing the game meant that my entire stream got reset. And because we lost most of the viewers, Twitch was going to punish for that. Twitch would punish for that, and so it wasn't even worth continuing the stream on Twitch. And then you're dealing with all of that stuff, right? And I've legitimately questioned, right? I have legit questioned, how would the audience feel, the community feel, if I streamed with full body tracking in VR, right? Amane, it's because either people leave because they think the stream is over, or they just get counted as chatters because they're not engaged with the stream, so that can happen, right? So if I streamed with full body tracking in VR, did the chatting / rant segments with video reacts, right? With video reacts, doing wiggles / dancing with my model, right? And then sometimes do game content, right? That is actually a question I've been asking myself. This is actually a question I've been asking myself. And hear me out. No, I know that, right? I know that specifically, and I'm not thinking about it in the way you're thinking, okay? So just hear me out when I say that there's a little bit of a difference there, okay, bro? All right? All right. But yeah, This is actually something I have a legit question. Okay? A reaction streamer act? No. No, no, no. No, that's the thing, right? Because I see it so many times, like, with it, right? Like, out of curiosity, okay? Let me pull it up, right? If I were just to put my model up here real quick, hang on. So let's just say I put my model up on screen real quick, right? And I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna turn the green screen off, okay? Just for a moment, right? Where is it? Hang on. All right, so here we go. Here's the environment that's sitting here that you guys don't normally see, right? And right, I'm not thinking about doing, like, you know, too much reaction channels, so please hear me out. Please chill on that. Let me finish the explanation, okay? So, like, here's the thing, right? What is it about, you know, if I were to sit here, right, chill, it's more of like there's a lot of assumptions going on right now. I would like to finish the explanation before we go into the whole thing, because, like, you know, I've seen the whole thing with the sexy dancing in the VR chat category, and I understand that a lot of reaction is lazy content, so I'm just saying, please calm down a little bit with all of that, because I understand, all right? I'm not meaning it in a bad way, all right? All right? Okay. But yeah, literally, like, what is it, right, for you guys, okay? With this right here, what is it about watching a model dance that you guys like so much? Out of curiosity. As a general statement, okay, I'm sorry I misunderstood. But what is it about this that you guys like about seeing, like, the dancing, right? Because there's a lot that can be done here, and Jesus fucking Christ, it's cool. I mean, yeah, it is fucking cool and all of that. It really is, right? And granted, not all the dance moves like to play nice, but that's a different story, because you can see that the legs are kind of breaking. If it was actual dancing, like body tracking, it would be very cool. Exactly, right? And that's kind of that's kind of why I ask, right? I have full body tracking, believe it or not. Hear me out. I do actually have full body tracking, right? VR pole dancing. Oh god, I would never. I would break things so fast if I did that. I'd fling myself out the window by accident. But no, you see, that's kind of the thing, right? Is I see that stuff, right? I see people who like the VR dancing, the wiggling and all that. And I've seen people also, hi there, Marcy, how you doing, bro? And also, I'm here to compare our stand power and honorable combat, ayo. We're comparing the TISM, ayo. Thank you for that, whoever saying it for the band. Thank you. But yeah, basically, right, that's kind of the thing, right? Is I'm sitting here and I legit wonder, because do you know what this is effectively? Do you guys know what this is in a nutshell? Okay? Because guess what? I'm going to give you guys in a nutshell, right? In a nutshell, there is one person, okay? One person. Alright, you're going to find this funny when I say this, right? Establish an awareness of your settings, like pushing the headset. Yeah. So, are you guys ready for this? I question if this is actually something people want and how much they want it because of one little thing. Okay? One thing. This thing right here. This fucking gremlin right here. This thing right here, yes. Because realistically, right? Jesus fucking Christ, the bots are going crazy over on Kick right now. Holy shit. Goodbye. Into VR chat, but I'm only one person. No, that's fair. But no, the reason, right? The reason why I bring up someone like Fillion is because... It's because with Fillion, right? With Fillion. Oh, the bots are out to play. They're like doing the whole follow for follow thing over on Kick, right? But with Fillion, that's effectively what I have to ask myself, right? Is... Does the audience want what Fillion does? And do they want that from me? Right? Is that effectively what I need to do? Out of curiosity. And also, by the way, oh, Pombo Sentado, I hope I said your name correctly. It's a pleasure to meet you. Help you find the missions I'm looking for. How you doing today, bro?
Welcome to the chaos. Buckle up, it's a wild ride. No refunds.
Because this question right here I'm asking myself, right? Fillion does play games on occasion, right? I mean, wouldn't that mean you'd be a copycat? No, not necessarily if you do it in your own way, Manic, right? That's the thing. I gotta go. Your rant is really deep. You have so many questions that I can't think of answer for. It's okay, though. It's okay, though. Please take care, Alex. I'm sorry about that. I'm just, like... This is more of, like, questions that you have to ask yourself, right? When, as a content creator, this is me just explaining what caused me to cancel stream yesterday because of legit questions that are going through. It's like a formula, right? Because you see Fillion, you see what she does, right? She has her unhinged moments. She breaks a lot of things. She chats, she rants, she reacts to videos, etc., etc., right? And also, I'll do my best. Just call me. I'll do my best. So... You only get Fillion clips, but I can't really watch it. No, that's fair, right? That's fair. And that's... For the love of Jesus fucking Christ on a cracker. Thank you, Sadin. Holy shit. Hey, the mods have to do their job, actually. Anyways, though. Point is, right? The point is, right? It's like two different Mexican restaurants, yes. You, on the other hand, you get scuff and break limits. Oh, I know, no, an apparition. So why don't you come over here and I'll get all of that lovely ectoplasm up inside me and we could have little mini ghost babies. You know you'd want that with a tomboy, wouldn't you? Right? You know what I mean, right, though? Like, that's kind of the funny thing, right? you get the point, right? You get the fucking point. Is that, you can literally sit there, right? I don't think I'm ready for a father. Also, Lena, you are now, right? To be honest, Fillion couldn't do what I do. And what's that, though, Manic? What's that? The point is, though, okay, that's it. I have a question. If a ghost is inside you during that, would that make the ghost in question a top or a bottom? I guess both, technically. Right? But yeah, no, that's the thing, right? Is that you guys like seeing the wiggles, right? I'm gonna say this right now, right? You guys love wiggling. You like seeing models wiggle back and forth, right? Raise your hand, guys. Raise your hand if you like seeing models wiggle around on your screen. I'm gonna guess you really like seeing models wiggle on your screen, yeah? Yeah? I see a Lena, I see a Vice. I see a Halo liking wiggles. I see a Zeus throwing an emote there. Depending on the wiggles, fair. Chicanas, Garcia, yep. Jesus fucking Christ. Sam, personally, you're less concerned about aesthetics. Okay, you know what? That's fair. That's absolutely fair, right? Anyways, though, the point is, right? The point is... The only one I know that does that is probably Totless. I mean, you can see a lot of e-girls do it, but yeah, Totless is one of the big ones. Technically speaking, you could say Fillion is one, too, if you really want to be, you know, if you want to get technical about it, but that's neither here nor there, right? But either way, right? Either way. Okay. Point is also take care, Nero. It was a pleasure hanging with you, and stay safe out there, bro, on those missions. But yeah, point is, right? No villains, just backflips and breaks stuff. I wouldn't keep that fair. But that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Is like, I have actually questioned if this is something that the audience wants. If the answer is yes, does that mean they want more of that content over gaming, over playing games? And to be honest, I wouldn't necessarily blame you if the answer was yes, right? I wouldn't blame you if the answer is yes, because you get to have higher interactions, right? But what if they say yes, but then don't show up or leave? Does that mean they only liked the idea but not the reality? You see what I mean, right? You see what I mean? There's so many questions that have to be asked, right? So many questions that you have to look at when it comes down to all of this, right? And also, hi, Alistair, how you doing, bro? And when you're sitting there and you're looking at all of this, right? Even whether it's like, you know, this is about me, or if it's about, you know, you as a personally as a content creator, you do have to ask yourself what kind of content you want to do for yourself. What kind of thing you are looking to do, right? And to be honest, wait, what? Hang on a second. Also, by the way, Palm, I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for it, bro. I hope you're enjoying the conversation at the moment. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on. What?
Who ordered all this fucking anime titty?
Also, Jesus fucking Christ, Halo, thank you for the 100 biddies, and we got a hype train going! Woo woo! Hang on a second. We are, interesting. Hang on. I'm needing to look at something real quick, because there is something going on here real quick. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hang on. Give me a moment, because I need to go look at a very specific stream real quick. I see.
It's you, loser bitch. It's you, loser bitch. It's you, loser.
I see. I see. Okay. No, Uni, you see that there's, okay, so for those that don't know what's going on, right? For those that don't know what's going on, there is a person, okay, that's currently streaming on Kick, and they are sitting there, right, telling people to basically go and spam other people's channels and, like, you know, basically get people to try and get them to follow them. And we've had to ban, like, 5 different people coming in, and it's like a whole trolling thing. And literally, I'm just sitting here seeing the chat right now, and I had to go look at the person, They literally just hit kick partner, and they're freaking they've got man titties that look like titties. Like literally, they are literally a bro with freaking tits so big they might as well be actual tits. They got the nipples for it even. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't even legit, if I were to show you guys on stream what I am looking at right now. That's the name right there, Uni. Right there. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. Literally, I'm just trying to figure out what's the best report option for it real quick. Because it's getting kind of obnoxious. Also, Halo, thank you for the 1,000 biddies, bro. I appreciate it. Also, we got to level 2. Hey, yo. And also, Blake, thank you for the 100 bits. Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry I'm, like, so focused on trying to figure this out. Because I'm trying to figure out what's the, I kind of want to say it's bullying. I kind of want to say it's bullying because of the way it's trolling and all that shit. Like, it's kind of obnoxious, you know? But I'm not entirely sure what's the best option on this one. But, yeah, no. Literally, they're just sitting there, just sending people over to spam and everything. False sensationalism, that'd be the best option. Yeah. Yeah, no, you got a good point. So let me just do that. And boop. There we go. Hopefully he'll actually stop that shit. Probably won't, but that's a different story. That's neither here nor there. Guess you're a bottom, I guess you are. But yeah, basically though, either way, right? Either way though. Also, hi Malleus, how you doing, bro? Now that we're not derailed anymore. And a stretch of the neck. There we go. Anyways, though, yeah. So literally, when you're sitting here, right? When you're sitting here and you're looking at this, right? When you're looking at these questions, right? Just to let you know, you got a small gift in your coffee. Oh, I appreciate it, Garcias. Thank you so much, bro. I really, really appreciate it. If we're no longer derailed, does that mean we're railed? Yes, I railed every single one of you in chat right now. You guys are all getting a nice railed from a tomboy. Of course. You know, Vice, you asked so nicely. But yeah, no, effectively though, guys, right? Sitting here and looking at this, right? Sitting here and questioning these things, you know? I genuinely, and also by the Uni, it's okay. You didn't see it, you're fine. But honestly though, I do actually wonder if this is actually something that people want more rather than the gaming, because I know sometimes games don't always hit. I know sometimes, you know, it's more fun to just ask questions, have a chat, react to videos and stuff. I understand that, right? I absolutely understand that, and that's why... Can you at least treat all the pizza? I mean, I guess I could. And that's why I sit there and I question it, you know? It's why I sit there and I wonder. I like variety, but it doesn't need to always be gaming. Yeah. I like when you talk a bit, react to videos, and play games. Exactly. And that's the thing, like, right, we've got... Also, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it, Garcia. Too much math, your head hurts? Wait, what do you mean too much math? Where's the fucking math? Where the fuck is the math? I haven't even done any math, right? How does a variety stream work? There's a game day, there's... Because, like, normally, like, a variety stream, right? Usually you have, like, you know... Like, you're just chatting, right? Which leads into, like, maybe some react videos. Which then leads into gaming... And that's your stream, right? That's your stream, right? That is, in essence, a variety stream, right? So being lazy? What do you mean being lazy? Wait, what? Well, no, it's not lazy, though. That's the thing, right? Because just chatting, right, isn't necessarily lazy depending on what you're talking about. Same thing with React videos and then playing some video games, right? Let's just say someone that does it as a gamer, it's usually different games, so maybe 1 or 2 days will be one game, the next days will be another game, right? And that's the thing, right? It's like right now, for me, right? We usually have, like, you know, our just chatting, which usually leads into React videos, which usually leads into gaming, right? But we also have Fractured Fridays, right? And Fractured Fridays are one shot, one game, right? You're just doing basic things, but then there's a camera recording. I mean, that is true. And also, by the way, guys, thank you so much for the the level 2 hype trade. I really appreciate it, guys. But yeah, basically, we have Fractured Fridays, which is one shot, one game, right? Which lets us try out a different game every single week. And, like, we have... So, basically, it's like right now we have one main game a week. One special game a week, right? And so, realistically, right? Realistically, like, this week, for example, right? For an example, we were supposed to do Dead Space and Sifu this week, right? Now, obviously, things happen. It made it difficult to do Sifu because of the breaker tripping. I'm probably going to give Sifu another shot next week, just because I was enjoying what I saw and I want to give it another shot. Same thing with Dead Space. We haven't had a chance to really give Dead Space a proper chance yet. And I've been really been wanting to you know, do that, you know? And unfortunately, it's just been a kind of a crazy week with a lot of weird things happening, which makes it difficult, right? But yeah, that's basically where we're at with that, you know? That is where we're at with that. So, there's that. I used to have a thing, right? I used to have a completely different way of doing things about 2 years ago. Do you guys want to know how I used to do things 2 years ago? You'll probably find it kind of interesting. You'll actually find it really interesting. So, hey, actually, you know, it would be nice if I didn't drag the frickin' text box around. Anyways, so... Yoru 2022. Stream plan. Streamed 4 days a week. Stream was split into 2 segments. Right? Segment 1 was the game. Segment 2 was VR chat / just chatting, right? That was what we had, right? That is how every single stream was back in 2022. And so basically what would end up happening, right? How long have I just been yapping? It's been about 2 hours of yapping at this point, don't. So literally, right? What I would do is you would see me basically do like Elden Ring for 3 hours and then 2 hours of VR chat, right? That was literally an example stream of what I used to do. Because where my mentality was, right? Where my mentality was with content creation is that you kind of need to keep things varied. You need to kind of have a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, right? And I didn't even know this at the time, right? Yeah, you game a lot and then you chat as downtime, basically, right? And here's the thing. Did you know that this style, actually, I found out about this recently, like a couple months ago. This actually is an actual style, right? Also, hello there, like Nixon Cinema. How you doing, bro? Though the name's not Yumiko anymore, it's YoruVexa, bro. How you doing, though? So, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Do you know what streamer actually has this same exact setup? It's an IRL streamer, believe it or not. It is an IRL streamer, okay? Is Russian Badger. Hi, Aphex. How you doing, bro? As long as you're taking care of yourself and not letting dumb things get to you, well, yeah. But yeah, that's the thing, right? Russian Badger is one of the people that did that, yeah. Jesus, for the love of fucking Christ. Anyways, yeah, no, I'm doing okay though, Aphex. I'm doing good. But yeah, literally, this is actually something that they also did. And the thing for me, right? The thing for me, and the reason why I would actually sit there, right? That is true, I did. So here's the thing, right? The reason I did this whole split, okay? I did this whole split because for me, I thought about it like this. 3 hours of game, so we don't get tired of game. 2 hours of VR chat to chill, wind down, enjoy, you know, basically chill, wind down, enjoy, react, and talk, right? Keep energy flowing, vibe, and don't burn audience or myself out, right? It was an idea to keep things going so that it wasn't just effectively, right? It wasn't just, you know, one thing or another for the entire stream. Because realistically speaking, right, you know how you burn yourself out on video games? You burn yourself out when you sit there, right? Also, I just saw the Goth Your Redeem. Hang on, I'm so sorry about that. There it is. Anyways, yeah, no, legit though, you legit can burn yourself out, right? On playing video games. If that's all you do, especially with content creation, right? Because realistically speaking, you're talking about earlier, I know, right? It literally, he's got titties so big, they rival women's titties. Zeus. But yeah, no, like, that's the thing, right? Realistically, while binging a game can be fun, you also lose out on the joy of the game if you're constantly playing it, like, 6 hours, right? Like, what sounds more enjoyable to you? 6 hours of freaking Elden Ring? Or 4 hours of Elden Ring, 2 hours of chill time? Which sounds better to you guys if you had to choose between the two? Because in a way, I'm not gonna lie, one of those sounds a little bit more manageable than the other. One of those sounds less like 2 hours gaming, 2 hour chill time. Oh, jeez. I mean, I stream longer than... I don't think I could do a 4 hour stream anymore. I like streaming for a long time. But you get the idea, right? You get the idea. Both sound great to you, but if I had to choose, I'd go 4 hour gaming and then some chill time talk. Exactly, right? Exactly. And so... depends if it's a game you actually enjoy, like Persona 4, because if so, I'll do that for a week. I mean, that's also fair, Lena. That's also fair. What about 6 hours of stuck at the wall? Oh, God. Oh, God. But maybe, let's say 60-40, 60 gaming, 40% chill time, or vice versa? Yeah. Or 6 hours of Elden Ring or 16-hour shift? Oh, God, obviously I'd take the 6 hours of Elden Ring over a 16-hour shift, you know, bro. Jesus. But yeah, that's that's kind of just the thing, right? Is that when you sit there and you get the chance to stream, to do content stream for 10 hours with a lunch break, oh god, a 7-hour gaming shift at 10 pounds an hour. I mean, I can't imagine that over on Kick if you're a Kick partner, you know? It sounds great, you know? It actually sounds good. Also, Sorter, hello there. I hope you're doing well and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there in chat. But yeah, that's kind of my thing, right? Is that for me, oh god. Oh, you know, for me, you know, it's just the fact that it does feel kind of quite a wee bit nice, you know, to be able to sit there and, you know, do some chatting, but then also do some, you know, gaming, you know. It's a little bit nice when you get to mix things up and you get to change up the vibe based on how people are feeling and everything like that. So, you know, that's why I like doing, like, my, you know, hour or so, maybe sometimes 2 hours of chatting, and then next thing you know, we're talking about these things, and then next thing you know, we're playing games, and the next thing you know, we're talking about how I fucked your mom last night, you know. And it's just always such a great time, because you never know what's going to happen. You just know it happened, and now I'm the mother and the father. And I'm not about to go and do a Gaelic redeem, because I don't know how to speak Gaelic. That would be really bad. The only thing I know how to do is lick Gaelic. And even then, do you really want me to go lick those assholes really Gaelic? Because I don't know if you're going to like that. I mean, then again, I don't really want to do that because I don't want to taste shit. I really don't want to. It's not going to taste great. No. We're not going to do that. That would just be terrible. That would be a wee bit terrible, and I don't want to be in the shite when I want to be in the pink, you know? Don't be in the pink when you can be in the stink. Or, I mean, don't be in the stink when you can be in the pink.
Welcome to the chaos. Buckle up, it's a wild ride. No refunds.
By the way, Veer, thank you so much for joining the brigade. Hope you find the missions and the match you're looking for. How you doing today, bro? And also, why do I feel like I'm about to be yeeted into next year? Why do I feel like I'm going to be yeeted into the atmosphere? Please don't yeet me. Please don't yeet me. You wouldn't yeet this tomboy, right? Right, Sainin? You wouldn't yeet me, right? Right. Never mind. I got yeeted. I got yeeted. Never mind. Jesus Christ. The mods are really having to be on top of that shit. Holy shit. Also, I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Fever. It's a pleasure to have you here, bro. But yeah, like, effectively, right? Jesus. Effectively, though, right? God damn. Effectively, though, right? That's kind of the thing, is like, Logan Wolf Girl gets yeeted when he says it was overrun. Oh, God. Oh, my fucking God. Why? Why? How dare mods actually work Father's Day? Oh, God. But yeah, no, that's kind of the problem, right? That's kind of the problem, is that, you know, there's just so much to actually consider, to actually figure out. And there's a lot of different platforms I'm having to consider and constantly monitor, right? And this is what's led to me being drained. This is what led to me canceling stream yesterday, because I was so tired, I needed to sleep. Because this is all stuff that's been overwhelming me for weeks and months trying to figure out, right? It's honestly an insane amount to think about. It's insane how you can both feel surrounded by a bunch of people, but then also feel so alone at the same time, right? It's just... How do talk show hosts survive? I don't know. I legit do not know. But you can imagine, right? You can imagine the struggles, right? The struggles, the issues, the how overwhelming it is to just think about all of that stuff, right? And then also never know if it's gonna work, if it's gonna stick, or if it's just gonna work for like about 2 weeks later, it just falls apart, right? Drugs and alcohol, oh my God. Oh my fucking God. We at the brigade approve of mandatory rest periods with food, drinks, blackjack, when you work more than 10 hours in 24 hours span. Oh God. So Marcy, you don't want to hear the fact that I basically start working from 1 o'clock and I go until 3 and then at night, right? You don't want to hear that then, right? Because that's literally... Okay. Why don't you just click and... Why don't you click stream and do what you want to do? Okay, Pombo, let me put it like this, right? The problem with doing that... And here's the thing, right? The reason you don't ever do that, that you never just click stream and do what you want to do. How would you feel if someone were just... How would you personally feel, Pombo? Okay? How would you personally feel if one day I decided to do a visual novel game, and then the next day I wanted to do, say, Elden Ring, right? How does that sound to you? Does that sound like emotional whiplash to you? Because that's exactly what it would be, right? The thing is when you're a content creator, right? Okay, Halo, you like both of those things, but one of those things is a lot more interesting to watch than it is to play, you know? Because let's be real here. I don't think there's many people here who would want to actually watch a visual novel be played by a content creator. I'm gonna be honest, right? I think if you're having fun, the stream is going to be fun. No, that's a good point, you know, because like if I'm having fun, then you know everyone else is having fun. But let's put it like this, Pombo. Take Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, right? Take Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I wanted to do that, right? I was having fun with it initially. But my community didn't want to show up. They didn't want to watch because of the fact that it was considered spoiler territory. And Twitch punishes you for that. Twitch punishes you for audience behavior you don't have control over. So, in cases like that, even if I myself am having fun with the content that I am doing, that does not mean, right? That does not mean that Twitch is going to sit there and play nice. That's why, like, just hitting the stream button and just having fun with whatever does not always work. And that is the unfortunate reality of content creation, right? Like, sure, you could say that's a benefit of Kick, but on the flip side, you still have to have an audience that wants to see it. Not everyone wants to watch someone play a freaking visual novel. Like, I guarantee you right now, right? I guarantee you that if I were to boot up something like Clannad, a freaking, you know, love story visual novel, I'm a fucking tomboy. I'm a fucking energetic motherfucking tomboy that can be a bit of an asshole at times. Do I seem like the person that's gonna play a fucking love romance visual novel? Do I seem like someone who plays a fucking visual romance games? Yes, Clannad is a great story. You can... No. No. I do not play romance games. I do not play romance. I do not enjoy romance games. Fucking Christ. I have nothing to say on visual novels. Let me put it like this, okay? I cannot for the life of me. I can enjoy visual novels. I cannot talk over them for the life of me, and call that a skill issue if you wanna. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Visual novels are just not fun for me to stream, personally. Because a lot of it is just sitting there reading text. I don't want to sit there and read text for 6 hours, okay? I don't want to sit there and try to be like... No. 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 Community Night Yours shares a visual novel. Oh, God. Like, the only visual novel I've ever done was Class of 09, right? It was Class of 09. And that was because it was an anti-visual novel, if you could believe that, right? That is the only reason I did freaking that, was because it was one-off and it actually fit my energy and my vibe. Make your price. All right, Pombo. My price? $10,000. That's my price. $10,000. And no chargebacks either, bro. No chargebacks either. Not gonna happen, okay? The point is, okay? And I'm putting it up there just to point it out for a point, right? I'm putting it out there like that because just to make it, to give a point and proof that it won't happen. It will not fucking happen, okay? So I put the freaking, goal stupid high, right? To stop you so that like people realize. Am I calling you out? No. I mean, hey, it would take care of the credit card debt that I've had put on me by an abusive ex, but that's a different story. That's a different story. Point is, it's also lit up. What the fuck? I see. Anyways, though, the point is, you guys aren't gonna do that. No one's gonna just donate $10,000 in a lump sum just to get me to play a visual novel, right? And even then, if someone did that, I'd actually probably consider sucking their dick if they did that. I'd probably consider that if that happened. Because that is, that's not something that's gonna happen, right? No one is that silly. No one is that stupid. No one is that stupid to actually do that. Don't say that sort of thing. My constitute, never mind. No one is stupid enough to sit there and actually do that shit. And I'm not about to sit there and believe them that they're gonna do that. There we go. Oh my god. Challenging sips. Oh god. Is it 10K in bits or subs? No, I'm talking about pure $10,000, like, as a Ko-Fi donation or some shit like that, right? I mean, people are stupid enough to buy bathwater. Oh god. Anyways. Or, it could be 10,000, subs on freaking, Kick, because $10,000 in subs on Kick because that's a 95-5 split, but that's a different story, right? Point is, no one's going to actually do that. If they did do that, I would sit there and be seriously questioning if they are okay. Because if they're not okay, I would be very concerned, right? I would be very, very fucking concerned. Then again, right now, I'm also concerned because I think I also, I'm definitely not okay, but I can't. If I can ever afford to meme, I'm going to meme. Oh, God. Call my pick. I need a loan for VTuber purpose. Oh, my God. Here's the thing. Right now, if there's anything I'm actually... What the fuck was that? What item was that caused a shadow on the screen? What the fuck? If anything right now, I'm actually a little more concerned about the fact that, I probably should have warmed up before singing because I kind of, have a pain in my neck from singing earlier. I'm not gonna lie. Also, woo, 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 woo! Like, literally. How's that for? Oh, God. Power went out, the storm. Okay, who broke her? What's the TED Talk? Oh, God. The posture check's not gonna fix that, right? It's one of those things that it's on my left side, right? And the problem is, what makes it suck is it's actually starting to give me a little bit of a headache. And, yeah, it's giving me a headache. And I'm literally sitting here, and it causes a little bit of pain every time I talk. Anyways, though. Anyways. You need a massage? I've been massaging it for, like, the past 5 minutes, Halo. I've been massaging it for the past 5 minutes. Part of the problem, right, is the way you fix it is you don't talk. That's the problem, is you don't talk. Incurring debt for a big titty tomboy seems to be worth it to some degree. Oh, God. Like, yeah, that's the thing, is it's like right underneath, just to give you an idea, it's like right underneath the jaw. Right, you need one of those portable 10 units. What's a portable 10 unit? What the fuck is that? Yeah, you kind of need to shut up and let it rest. Well, how am I supposed to do that if I'm streaming, Sainted? Huh? Hey, Sainted, what do you suggest I do then if I'm streaming right now? What am I supposed to do? So what am I supposed to do? It's not like I can just shut up while I'm streaming, right? I mean, I guess technically speaking right now, it doesn't really hurt when I'm actually doing this. Watch videos, play games, but I talk during those! They don't scream and say quiet. I fucking talk during those videos. I freaking react to those videos. And if I play a game, I'm freaking talking on top of that. Are you... Sated, you know I can easily ignore that, right? Wait, what the fuck? What card was that just got played? Hang on. Hang on. Oh. 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 I see. Well, you know what, chat? Even though it still hurts a little bit, it doesn't hurt as much as it could. So let me ask a question to you guys. If this is really how it's going to be, right? What do you think I should do then, What do you guys think I should do? I'd love to know. I'd love to know what you think I should do. Because if I'm sitting here, right? What's wrong? Hear me out. What's wrong? Is there such an issue? Is there an issue hearing me talk like this? Do you not like your tomboy talking like this? I am a woman of many talents, I'll have you know. Is there something wrong? And you haven't received your pack? No worries, Cryotic. Hang on. Let me go ahead and do that for you real quick. Let me go get you that pack real quick. So, Cryotic 762. All right, there is your pack. I hope you get something good in it, Cryotic. I hope you do. But yeah, hear me out. Are you doing okay over there? Do you not like ASMR-like voices? You know, this microphone has been tuned specifically so I can do this without needing to mess with too many things, you know? I mean, it is quite relaxing, and that's the point, you know? You know why? Because you guys have done a good job. Yes, you have. You've done such a good job being here. I'm so proud of you guys for making it through the week, you know? And that means a good tomboy means you get to have a good time, right? Yo, do you raw dog Listerine? Wait, what do you mean? Why would I do that? He's coming right for us, chat. Oh, no. Hey, hear me out. Are you okay? Zeus Yeet, are you also okay over there? How do you... Hear me out. I'm gonna guess you don't like ASMR, do you? Oh, you thought that was gonna stop me, Vice? You thought you were gonna stop me just by making me not talk for like 30 seconds? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you know. I'm not gonna lie. The pain is kind of annoying. It is actually kind of annoying, you know. Having to deal with the pain in the side of your neck because you haven't sung in a while, and so you kind of stretched your throat a little bit too hard, you know. I don't know if I'll be able to make it through a whole ass stream today, you know? I need to rest. Do I need to rest? Are you sure I need to rest? Also, who wants me to call them a PogChamp? Who wants me to call them a PogChamp? Oh, chat, you are my PogChamp, aren't you? Yes, you are. So why don't you come over here and sit in my lap so I can crush you with my thick tomboy thighs in the only way that you can enjoy it. Because if I'm gonna end you, I'm gonna end you rightly. And you all know you want that, don't you? Yes, you do. And then I'm also gonna get myself heated. There are worse deaths. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. There are worse deaths when Yura starts walking closer and asking you to crush her with her legs. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus fucking
Yoru,
Christ.
you know that's a one-way ticket to the hospital, right? But hey, crush me with those legs if you dare.
Yes, of course I will. Let me ask a question to all of you guys here. You know, I have not had a full stream this entire week. So, do you guys really think I should be resting my voice, resting my throat? Despite the fact that I have had one full stream this week? Yes, we do. Really? Really? I only see one person saying that, you know? One person doesn't seem like it's, you know, it's enough. Maybe 2 people said it, you know? It's not worth it. Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes, rest if you need to. I mean, what the fuck card was that? 5-minute break. A 5-minute rest isn't gonna be enough to fix a kink in your neck. As a heads up, you know? You know that's not gonna actually work, right? Like 5 minutes isn't gonna just help me. It's not gonna fix the freaking side of my neck. So I'm gonna give you that card back so you can actually use it at an appropriate time. I know. So what do you want me to do, huh? What's thing we need to do if your injury or health more important than your throat getting destroyed? No, it's okay, voice. It's okay. Okay. So what I'm hearing is you guys want me to go into my Discord and just hang out in the Discord or something, or just lay down and rest, right? Is that what you want me to do? Do I need to go take a shower and like, you know, put some hot water, like put a hot compress on my neck? Is that what you want me to do? Do you want me to be a good tomboy for you? Am I your best tomboy? Am I the best tomboy? Because here's the thing, if I'm really the best tomboy, guys, if I am, then I'll do what you want me to do, okay? Cinnamon and black pepper on it is good. I don't have cinnamon or black... I mean, I have black pepper. I don't have cinnamon, though. I don't have cinnamon. What? I'm so sorry, Uni. If it was on the blue Twitch, you'd be getting absolutely destroyed right now. Well, I guess I can do one thing. Actually, you know what? You know what? How about this? How about I do one thing before I leave? How about I destroy you guys real quick? Absolute destruction. Are you ready for this? Anyways. I mean... No, I wasn't. I wasn't drinking anything at all. Anyways, she's just drinking water. Okay. Look. Real fast, me and her think nearly the same. Look. So, okay, guys. Okay. Here. Because you guys are concerned about me, and I may or may not have hurt my throat. Okay, yes, I did hurt my throat, but still. Because I hurt my throat, okay. I don't even know anymore. Because I hurt my throat, and you guys want me to take care of myself rather than continuing to stream, here's what I'll do, okay? Here's what I'll do. I will link you guys to the Discord, okay? Are we raiding or not? No, we're not raiding. We're not going to be raiding, okay? What I'll do, okay, is... God, I really hate this. I really hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this so much because I freaking have missed... I have missed, like, an entire week, okay? Cause of your misophonia? I have no idea what that is. I'll have to look that up after stream. Look, I'm not gonna quietly watch videos, Halo. It's not the same. It's not the same for me, okay? It's just not. So here's what I'm gonna do, okay? I'm gonna take care of my throat, okay? As much as I hate it because I have not had a full week this week, or even last week, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take care of my throat, okay? I'll be back in the Discord afterwards, right? I know, the stream is going so well, and I don't... Ah! It happens. Once you rest and heal, you'll be back. I know. You're truly a How am I truly a VTuber? What does that mean? I'm truly a fucking content creator. You know what? No. You know what? No. No. No, I'm about to fucking torture you all real quick. Before I go, you guys get tortured. You guys are gonna get fucking tortured, okay? Hang on. Where is it? Where is it? Hello. Hi. Yes. Yes. Suffer. Hi. Yes. Oh, come on. It's not that bad. I mean, look, it can dance. Jesus Christ. Look at that. See, it dances. It fucking dances. Okay. 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 I think it was this one I needed. Yeah, I think it was this one. Yeah. There we go. Fixed. Anyways, that's all I'd call it.
Smelling quicker than TV Donkey. Then why is it that I think that Swiss cheese is made from rats using it as a glue and coming in
Okay.
with white flavor?
My chicken. Then your Nindo, get yours. You know, that'd be so cool if I could have an android, you know? I would fucking love it if I had an android of myself. I know those are like really expensive, but that would be so fucking cool. That would be cool. Automatic posable model. Anyways. With that being said, guys, okay, you guys want me to take care of my throat, right? And I know you guys don't want me pushing myself, right? You guys don't want me pushing myself, right? You suddenly got way more easier to look at. Oh my god. Okay, you guys don't want me to push myself all the way through my normal amount of stream time, do you? You guys don't want me to, huh? Fuck. Okay, fine. Fine. If that's going to be the case, okay. If that's gonna be the case, ow. We don't need to do a vote, Manic. It's clear that people are saying yes. So what I'm going to do then, okay, is I'm going to hop in the shower, do that whole thing, right? I'm going to give you guys a link to the Discord right here where I hang out. You get updates, you know, yada, yada, yada. You've heard my whole spiel a million times now at this point. And then I will rest my voice, okay? And then I'll be in the Discord and I'll just be chilling, okay? All right? Okay, sound good? Okay. And then this coming week, I will be back to normal streams with normal linked streams for myself, right? Okay? That means I'm not going to be sitting there, you know... I'm not going to be sitting there, you know, fucking myself over. I'm not going to be, you know, yeah, like, hopefully nothing happens. But basically, I'm going to be making sure that we have our normal 5 to 8 hour streams this coming week. We'll give Dead Space a try next week, okay? This coming week. We'll give frickin' Sifu another shot, okay? All right, does that sound good with you guys? Does that sound good with you guys? Going back to our normal scheduled chaos, does that sound good for you guys? You'll be here. You know what, Palm? I hope to see you around. It's going to be a pleasure seeing you around, bro. Also, I love that little hype train icon next to you. It looks cool. Anyways, it's been a pleasure hanging with you guys. I'll see you guys in the Discord. Until next time, hopefully next time I'll actually make sure to warm my throat up so I don't die from hurting myself. Okay? All right. Sounds good. I'll see you guys there. All right? Bye! And also, don't forget, I'll suck on your crotch for $5. It is bye!